This is a brake drum micrometer used to measure the diameter of brake drums. It consists of the dial indicator here. It's divided into increments of 5/1000ths of an inch. The scale that the dial indicator slides up and down on is divided up into inches and 1/8 of an inch, or 125 thousandths. And then the other side of the caliper is the anvil. To measure a drum diameter, you want to first determine what size drum you have so that you can properly set the anvil and the dial indicator on the scale. This drum here happens to have a maximum diameter of 9.59. That's the discard diameter. So we'll set the anvil to 9 inches. And tighten down the lock screw. And we'll set the dial indicator to 9.5 inches. These are 9.5. And then we're going to set it in the drum. Now we're going to set it in the drum so the anvil is held stationary against one end of the drum. And then we're going to slide the, rock the dial indicator back and forth to find the widest point. And that will be the point where the dial indicator deflects. So we're going to set the dial indicator in place. We're going to hold the anvil stationary and slide the dial indicator back and forth until you see that point of deflection. So we're getting smaller and smaller. We're coming back out to the widest point of the drum, and then we get smaller again. So the widest point is right there at around 35 thousandths. So this drum is 9.500 plus 35 thousandths. Now, I should mention that if the needle comes all the way around to the 0, then it's exactly 9.500 inches. If it's to this side of the 0, it's less than 9.500 inches, in this case by 10 thousandths. So it would be 9.490. When the needle's to this side of the 0, then it's larger than what you have the micrometer set at. The micrometer can measure all the way, 130 thousandths larger than what you have the drum set at. Any bigger than that, then you're going to have to increment the dial indicator by 1/8 of an inch further. So this would be 9 5/8, or 9.625 inches. And then you could put it back in that oversized drum and see how much bigger or smaller you are than that. This is a metric drum with a maximum diameter of about 201 millimeters. So to use this inch micrometer, you would have to convert the millimeters to inches, and you would do that by dividing the amount of millimeters by 25.4. So our 201 millimeters divided by 25.4 would give us about 7.9 inches. So we'll set our inch micrometer to 7.875. So I'm going to move the anvil to 7 inches. You can see right there it's 7 and 6. So it's 7 inches. And we're going to move our dial indicator to our 7.875 right there. And then we should be able to set it in the drum and get a measurement. So again, we're going to hold the anvil steady and just rock the dial indicator back and forth to find that point of deflection. And it's right there at about just under 20 thousandths of an inch. So this is going to be 7.875 plus 20, so 7.895 inches. So the discard for this drum here was 7.91, and we were at 7.89, so we're still within, we're not at the discard diameter, so it still passes a state inspection. This is the metric drum micrometer, consisting of the anvil, just like on the inch micrometer, and then our dial indicator. The scale on the bar here is incremented in centimeters, and it will measure from 16 to 40 centimeters. The dial indicator itself is incremented in 1/10 of a millimeter increments. So if we set this up for, let's just pick a figure here, for 16 So this drum, remember, is 201 millimeters maximum diameter, so that would be 20 centimeters. So we'll set this up for 20 centimeters. And we've got this scale on the 20. Bear with me here. And the anvil on the 20. And if we put this in the drum and the dial indicator comes right around to the 0, then it's exactly 20 centimeters or 200 millimeters. And if it's to that side of the 0, it's less by 1/10. And if it's to this side, it's greater than what we had it set at. So this particular drum, I set this in place, assuming this thing is accurate. We rock it again back and forth to find the widest point. And we've got about 200.1 millimeters.